What's up, everybody? I'm Eric Hansen here with Backpackingtv. Behind me, you see quite a load of gear and stuff that I'm about to go on a 2-night backpacking trip on, not just with myself and my girlfriend and my doggo Kovu over there. So if you've ever wondered what it takes to go on a backpacking trip for a couple of nights, to do it with a partner, and even to do it with a dog, stay tuned here on this video because we're going to break down everything that I'm taking with me for this 2-night adventure here in Colorado. Okay guys, so I am about to head off on an adventure with my girlfriend Kristi, who's also our camera woman here today, and this little ragamuffin Kovu, and we are in Colorado, and we are going to be setting off for a adventure in a place I've never gone backpacking before. We're in the southwest corner outside of Durango, and I got some beta that this area is going to be awesome, so we wanted to check it out. So we're leaving our van behind, and now this is going to be my new home. So I wanted to walk you through kind of everything that we're packing with, so that you can have a good idea of what you might need to take on your adventure. So let's start with my backpack and my shelter and my sleep system, and then I'll move through clothing, insulation, food, nutrition, and dog stuff from there. I've got the TerraFrame 65-liter backpack from Mystery Ranch. So the TerraFrame 65 is an awesome backpack for a lot of reasons. It's got this really robust frame system. It's super comfortable to use. I love the hip belts that move with me as I go. You can kind of see that action there that is really unique for hip belts that Mystery Ranch does such a good job with, and I love. The other thing that I really enjoy about this is that I can also carry extra gear if I want to. Actually here in between these spaces, this can open up and flay open in a really cool way. So if I need to carry pack rafts or extra food, or if I happen to ever go on a hunting trip, it's a great way to haul out an elk. Not that I'm planning on doing that anytime too soon. But anyway, so the 65-liter bag is kind of my go-to setup. It's kind of my favorite size. So that's what's going to be going on there. This is my Zoleo satellite communicator. I've been using Zoleo now for a couple of months, and I've really enjoyed it. I actually, before that time, I never used satellite communicators at all, which probably could have saved some people some headaches and myself some trouble had I used one of these. It's awesome for texting off grid, letting people know I'm safe, checking weather, all sorts of cool stuff. So I really like that guy. And last hidden thing here in the bag is just how I do water. So I will put 2 liters into my Platypus system. This is brand new for me. I'm actually going to be using the SAWYER squeeze system this trip, which, if you've known me, you've probably known that I've been a little bit hesitant about this system. And I think what has been happening in the past is that I've been using it on behalf of people that haven't cleaned that filter in a long, long time. So I'm going to be trying out the new system. It's a more lightweight system, so any thru hikers or lightweight hikers out there, you're probably going to be cheering me on as I finally ditch my other systems that I really like using, because this is a lot lighter. So yeah, I'll be hauling water in the Platypus, drinking as I go, using the SAWYER squeeze, and I also just do like to take a Nalgene bottle, sorry ultralighters, as kind of like a backup water bottle for hauling water or heating up water and throwing it in my sleeping bag at night if I want to get my toesies all warm. And next thing with my sleeping bag system, so that's going to go right in here at the bottom of my bag. I've got the Torchlight 20-degree sleeping bag from Big Agnes. It's an ultralight bag. I really like how it can go from a mummy bag to zipping open and being a little bit bigger, more warm and cozy. And by that I mean it's not as cold. If you open up the side zips, I'm explaining this poorly right now. If you open up the side zips, it will not feel as warm. You can cool down better, which I really like because sometimes I'm a really warm sleeper. I'm actually going to be pairing it with a Sea to Summit system. So this is the Etherlight XT Extreme. So this has quite a bit of insulation in it, and that makes it kind of bulky. If you're looking at it, why it's such a big sleeping mat, that's because it's their most robust insulated sleeping mattress. So it's probably overkill for this trip, but I'm testing it out and I'm seeing if I like it. I have used it before on a Wind River backpacking trip, and I really enjoyed it, so it was worth that little bit of extra bulk. So I was definitely into that. And then the three of us all together we're going to be in the Marmot Tungsten Ultralight 3-person tent. Now, if you've ever gone backpacking before with a partner, whether it's a romantic partner or just a friend, you know that 2 people in a 2-person tent can get pretty cozy. So I actually really like taking a 3-person tent no matter what. If I'm going with 2 people, there's just so much more room for extra gear. If bad weather comes in, it's a much more comfortable place. And we're backpacking with a dog. So it's really important actually for us to have that extra room so that Kovu can be with us. He can sleep on our sleeping mattresses, on our legs if he wants, or we can make a bed off of our own sleeping mattresses for him. And there's physically just space for all 3 of us in there. I've been using this tungsten ultralight bag for a long time. You can see how shredded and gnarly it is. It has seen better days, but it's still going strong, and I really like this tent. So it's a fun one for me. And last with the sleeping system for me is my Sea to Summit. It says dry towel, but it's actually a pillow. You get this baby going. I used to not backpack with pillows at all, and sometimes I still don't, but it is a luxury item and I love it. It, packs down pretty small. It weighs like 2 ounces. I don't even know the technical weight, but to me, that little bit of extra comfort is totally worth it. And it feels all soft. It's nice. So my alternative is just crunching up a bunch of down jackets and sleeping on that, which is totally fine. I've done that many, many times in my life. While we're on the sleep system, let's walk over to Kristi's setup here real quick. Let's see if I can figure out which model bag this is. This is a 15-degree sleeping bag from Marmot, and I kind of forget. I've had this for 5 years now, and I forget what model it is. Unknown Marmot sleeping bag. It's a 15-degree bag though, I do know that. So it's kind of like late summer, and the temperature should still be fine, but we're gonna be up around 10,000 feet. So it might get pretty chilly at night up here. So anyway, a 15-degree bag is kind of like that golden classic 3-season bag, and so I feel like we should still be quite comfortable with that. Kristi will be using that bag, as well as combining it with the Q-Core SLX from Big Agnes. This is their 25-inch wide model mattress, the normal being 20 inches, so it's an extra 5 inches wide, which is awesome. What we've noticed before is that when we scoot our 2 mattresses together, it gives Kovu a nice place to be. The 2 of us can be cuddled together, and there's even room on our 45 inches of mattress for our dog to stay warm too, which we will then use a down, basically like a comforter for Kovu to also create a bed as well for him to make sure that our dog stays warm. So our dog will be inside the tent with us. That'll already definitely make him warmer, and then with some insulation under him with our pad and a little bit of down insulation as well for himself, he's going to be one happy dog out there. Let's come back over to our side, or to my side of things, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what else is going on here. So I have recently reacquainted myself with the MSR POCKETROCKET, and I've been really, really enjoying it a lot. And this was one of the classics. It's a really great stove. It's tiny. It weighs, just a couple ounces, combining it with our canister of fuel. And it's going to be a really simple system. What I have been enjoying using it, which I've used the Jetboil for a long time, is that I can cook meals that are not just backpacker meals, although I will be making mostly backpacker meals. But I'll be combining that with the Alpha Pot. It's a 1.9 liter pot from Sea to Summit, and this is going to be our doggy bowl. So we will probably just be eating out of our bags of food while Kovu gets the luxurious bowl. Kind of a little bit jealous. And here is my little mess kit fork and knife set from UCO. I really like this new setup that I got. So it's got a fork, a spoon, and a pretty sharp knife that could actually do some little bit of damage there. So I really like this little spork setup. It's kind of a fun one from Yuko. And make sure that if you're not bringing a Jetboil, you better bring a lighter, because without that auto click, if you forget this, you're gonna be in trouble. Let's talk about clothing. So I've got my rain jacket here. That's a big safety piece, especially for up in the mountains. Even if it doesn't look like it's gonna rain, which I don't think it will, I'm gonna be taking this Arc'teryx rain jacket and combining it with a puffy that is also from Arc'teryx. This is kind of like a mid-weight. It's not super heavy. I think it's like 650 fill down. It's not their most beefy, but it's a really nice down jacket to wear when it's still kind of summery outside. So I really like that in the mornings. And then inside here is gonna be the rest of my clothing. I've got this really nice lightweight sun shirt that's long sleeve from Outdoor Research that I really like. Even has a hood here, so I can throw it up and over and protect my ginger face if I need to, which I really like. I've got a little bit thicker shirt from Ultra that also has a hood, so if it ends up being quite cold outside this week that we're out, I've got a couple of safety layers. And as well as just a toque or a beanie, depending on if you're Canadian or USian. I've got a pair of long hiking pants. These are old pair of hiking pants I've worn for a long time from EXOFFICIO that I really like, just having a good long pair of pants if it's buggy or if I just want sun protection. I've got that. I won't be wearing my cotton t-shirt tomorrow, so I'll be wearing my synthetic QUICKDRY t-shirt with a backup QUICKDRY t-shirt as well. I really don't necessarily need to, but I kind of like having a backup. Hey bud. Just in case. And I'm also going to be taking 2 pairs of quick drying antimicrobial underwear, which I really like. It's nice to sweat in one and change it out and get into camp and change into a clean pair and sleep nice and clean in another pair. So I really like being able to hike in one, sleep in another. So that's why I'm taking 2 pair of underwear there. And of course, a pair of hiking socks, which I just realized are not in here, so I need to make sure that I pack those. Last bit, it's not really clothing, but it is related. I'm going to be hiking in these Aku Gore-Tex. Hey, Kovu, come on. Get out of here. Kovu, come on. He does love these shoes because they mean adventure shoes. So I'm using these Aku. They are Gore-Tex low-cut waterproof shoes that I found to be really comfortable, really nice. And I wasn't familiar with Aku before using them. They sent me a pair just to try out, and I've been really enjoying those. So that's what I'm going to keep using. Continuing on over here, we've got some safety items. I'm going to be taking a med kit. This is from Adventure Medical Kits. This is their kind of more robust bag. I don't actually need this full system, so I'm going to remove a couple items to slim this down a little bit. But it is for 2 people and a dog, so having the ability to tape up a wounded paw or a blistery toe is always a good idea. Sun protection is a big part of safety in the backcountry, so I'll be taking some chapstick from Dermatone, some lotion, sunscreen from Dermatone as well. DEET, always good to have with you in case it's super buggy. I don't like DEET a lot, but so far it seems to be what works. So that's what I'm taking. I've also got some hand gel, just antibacterial and stuff in case we ever happen to have to go to the bathroom, which I'm not counting on it for 3 days, but what was that laughing at? Oh, I'll be going regularly. A knife, a backup knife. I've just got this nice lightweight knife from Revolt Knives that I've really enjoyed. It's super lightweight little 2-ounce knife that actually is pretty good, pretty nice and sharp. Kind of fun system there. And also kind of in the safety side of things, illumination, being able to navigate at night or track somebody down or send a signal or just read a book. Always good to be able to do that. So I've got the MH5 from LEDLENSER, which is one of their kind of more backpacking models of headlamps that I really like. So make sure you bring a headlamp. So this is going to be a little bit backwards because I forgot something. So I know we're losing the light, but it's going to be in the middle of the video. So creative license here. But we forgot to talk about poop and hygiene. and those kind of things. So in this bag, I've got toilet paper, trowel, and what's really great for men and women is to go backpacking with some wet wipes. This is awesome for hygiene. For you men out there, you actually will probably really enjoy the experience. It's luxury of wiping yourself with these babies. However, if you do use these, do not bury these. Put them into a Ziploc bag and carry them out. And for all you ladies out there that are worried about hygiene, this is a great way to feel clean while you're out there. I'll let Kristi attest to that more, but she's shaking her head behind the camera as a nice way to take care of everything down there, as well as we're just taking some regular toilet paper as well. Here in Colorado, I can bury stuff, so we'll be burying toilet paper. 6 to 8 inches deep, of course, according to LNT standards. However, certain other areas may require us to carry that out, but luckily not here in Colorado. I like to be able to carry it all in like a travel sack that kind of keeps all of the hygiene items nice and contained in here. Don't worry, I will be brushing my teeth at least once on the next 3 days. So we'll each be carrying, well, I've got toothpaste, and then we'll each be carrying a toothbrush as well. So, you know, don't worry about it. We're totally clean and fine. We're okay, guys, all right? Okay, back to the video. Everybody loves food. It's a big part of the experience, and so you can't forget about it. Don't just plan on going hungry. So what I'm going to be doing, what we're going to be doing this on this trip is keeping it simple. So we're not planning on bringing grocery store food, which I often like to do and definitely advocate for. But I am going to be using Peak Refuel's backpacker meals. So we've got 2 breakfasts, 2 dinners each. So I've got their strawberry granola, got a sweet pork and rice. I've got a chicken Alfredo pasta. That's going to be my meals. Kristi's also got a couple of strawberry granolas, chicken teriyakis, and chicken Alfredo. And then if you also watched any of my old videos with Chef Steve Corso, I'm going to be doing some of his cold soak chia balm breakfast in the morning just as an extra backup. And in case I'm not a huge fan of one of these meals, but I'm confident that I'll like it. But it's always good to just have a little bit extra nutrition just in case something happens, you need to extend, or you have an injury and it slows you down. So this is going to be my backup breakfast. This is actually, check these out. So I just came across these guys. These are ready to eat wraps from a company called Bridgeford. They happen to make the same beef jerky. I just came across them, but they are extended shelf life, but not dehydrated or freeze dried. So it's a really interesting concept to have something that feels like real food on the trail. So we're going to be eating some of these wraps, as well as some beef jerky, as well as just a smattering of snacks. I always, if you've been around here on the channel, you know how much I love these wasabi and soy almonds. They're just so good. We've got a little bit of leftover trail mix, different kinds of trail mixes left over. Salad bars, or super salad bars. And I've been using these. These are a fun way to do kind of like trail bars, but it's a salad in a bar. And they're actually really tasty. So I really like those. Of course, I've got a couple of Cliff bars. So we each have, Kristi and I each can be snacking on Cliff bars, brownie bars, a couple of more Nature Valley things. We're just gonna take a collection because we don't wanna be hungry out there. Got some energy chews, honey stingers, and of course, very, very vital to me, my Alpine Start coffees. You know I love these guys. These are such good coffees. They've been my go-to coffee for a long time. So if you've been around here on the channel, you know I've got some love for Alpine Start. And of course, Kristi is not as big into the coffee, so we're just gonna take a handful of tea bags, which are always nice. I like having them in the evening as well. So we're gonna have some tea with us. All of that food is gonna go into our bear resistant sack. Now this is a Kevlar bear bag. Actually, here in Colorado, there's a minimal risk of bears, but the biggest thing is actually gonna be marmots and rodents. And so I don't really need to worry too much about hanging this up high in a tree because I've got a low fear of bears around here. but I don't want the pesky marmots getting into my food. So I'm going to be taking it in. This Kevlar bag is actually very difficult to chew through. So all of that food is going to go in that bag right there. Last time we did a backpacking trip, we forgot mugs. So we were mugless. And I'm not going to do that. So I've still got my South Dakota mug, which I really like. And my mug from Mir. This is my longtime favorite backpacking mug. Insulated mugs, love them. Keep your coffee hot. Let's see. We've got Kristi's clothing bag. I'm not sure how sensitive are the items in here. Sensitive being, never mind, let's just move on. We've got some flannel shirts, which I love this flannel shirt, big fan of that. Hiking pants from Cool, a nice button-up sun shirt that is great for hiking in, a pair of leggings as well. So I think it's great to have like a nice warm pair of hiking pants to go, like a extra layer that you can use to double up on the pants. One thing to be aware of on our Wind River backpacking trip, if you're a guy or a girl wearing tight-fitting clothing and there are mosquitoes around, those mosquitoes can stick their needles right through your tight-fitting clothes. So it can be nice to either double up or wear loose-fitting clothing to avoid those mosquito bites. Also going to be bringing a down jacket and a rain jacket, of course. And we've got a little dry bag that a lot of this stuff can stuff into, as well as this dry bag that everything can stuff into. Compressed down real nice and small. And of course, if we happen to get in a rainstorm or something like that, we know our clothes are going to be nice and dry and happy there. Kristi's got the Aku kind of trail runner type shoes that are really nice and light, breathable. She's found an affinity for this pair of shoes, so that's what we're going to rock with because they work. And all of her stuff is going to be going into this backpack. This is a 40-liter, the Cooley 40-liter bag from Mystery Ranch. So most of the things are going to be able to fit in here. There are a couple of external pockets as well that are really nice. Side pockets for water bottles and things like that. A little bit more stuff. We are going to be having this big bag of dog food to last Kovu for the next 3 days. I will be carrying this. I know that a lot of people like to put it on their dog, and the reason why we're not doing that is because we just don't have a backpacking dog vest. So we'll be carrying that out. We're going to take some doggy bags with us, and what we're going to be doing with dog poop is either carrying it out or we'll be burying it just like human waste to make sure that this sensitive mountain area that we're going to be in, that even Kovu's poop is not leaving behind a nasty trace for him. So we're going to be taking care of doggy stuff there too. He is going to have a harness as well that he wears in case we need to grab him, lift him up, or bring him up a boulder or something like that. And there is a small amount of packing space where we can store some little items that he can carry himself. So that'll be part of what he's backpacking with. I think last but not least is my camera equipment. So this is kind of an outlier here. I will be backpacking with this as well as this camera over here. So this is a lot of weight, and this is abnormal for most backpackers, which is why I left it for last. So what I'm going to be doing, a lot of people have been curious as to how I actually backpack with camera equipment. So I've got this little soft case from Low Pro. It's just an old ratty bag that I've had for probably 15 years. The zippers are breaking. Hi, Kovu. You want to say hi? Kovu knows that he's about to go backpacking, so he's very lovey-dovey and affectionate. So how this thing works, what I really like is that it's soft, so it's kind of smushable, but not too smushable. It still provides good safety for camera equipment. Look at this, even the zippers don't work anymore, but that's okay. With it, I'm going to be taking 4 extra camera batteries. Everybody who's an ultralighter is going to be cringing. I've got a filter, a variable ND filter, and I've got a card case for all my extra camera cards. all of that and the tripod and the camera case is going to go with me. That microphone that you see right here will actually be staying home in our van. But everything else is going with me. And yeah, that just packs right up inside along with everything else. So it's a lot of stuff, I know. This is kind of the only thing that probably most of you watching this video will not be backpacking with. All right, everybody, that is it. And now we just have to pack it up and throw it inside our backpacks. But that's the video. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. All of the things, all of the gear items, wanted to lay it out for you so that you can see what it takes to go backpacking with your partner and a dog. If you have any questions, please hit me up below in the comments. Would love to hear from you if you've got any tips or tricks or things that you've learned from your backpacking experience. Would love to hear from you here on the channel. If you did like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on those notifications, make sure that you are up to date on all our videos here on Backpacking TV. Okay, well, I gotta wrap this up because I gotta eat dinner, get some sleep, and tomorrow, we're going backpacking, baby. See you on the trail.